Welcome to this one-day match between Bangladesh and India at Northampton. The outcome is that India won the toss and elected to bat first. It'll be interesting to see if they've made the right. It's a little overcast here today, so the ball should swing around early on. The batsman will have to... Jim Maxwell is with me, and the players are on their way out, and the batsman will sit. So let's take a look at the teams. Here's the team for Bangladesh. India are about to start their innings.
The word in the media is that the best is still yet to come in this tournament for India.
Run!
There's the first runs of the day for India. Stopped by Javed Omar. Sehwag facing. Four wides to India.
The poor wicketkeeper had no chance with that, it was so wide.
Tapash Baizia to Sehwag. It's straight at Hanansaka. Sehwag facing. That's over the rope. 6 runs off Tapash Baizia. That's the first boundary of the innings for India.
The bowler doesn't look too happy about it. There might be a little bit more in the next one.
Run!
There's just one there.
That's a really good start to the innings by India.
That was a lively delivery by Mashraf. Hit straight to a fielder. Sehwag facing. Stopped in the covers. Mashraf to bowl to Sehwag. He goes over the top. Mashraf is not impressed.
What a good placement. No one at home, over the top for 4.
He's really given that a whack. 6 runs. Mashraf won't like that at all.
Extra cover is his strongest area. He scores a lot of runs there.
That's a huge 6. He really struck that well.
He smashed that a long way. Great to watch for the neutral, but the bowler won't be too happy.
And the end of the over.
This is an excellent start by the openers. They're making full use of the field restrictions out there.
Tapash Baizia at the start of his run-up. It's straight at Mashraf. Four runs to Tendulkar.
That ball up, beautiful. The bowler will have to be careful, beautiful. The bowler will have to be careful not to put the ball in that area again.
Stopped by Habibul Bashar.
India will be hoping they can snatch a few more wins to put themselves in reach of the trophy.
4 wides to India.
That was a poor piece of bowling. They can't afford to give away runs like that.
Tendulkar facing. Khalid Mahmood after that one. Not timed perfectly, but they'll get some runs anyway. A couple there to Tendulkar. Hit straight to a fielder. Tapash Baisia continues. Off his legs. A single to Tendulkar. 11 runs came from that over by Tapash Baisia.
Bangladesh can't afford to give away that many runs.
Khalid Mahmood is in pursuit. He's worked that into the gap. That's 2 more runs on the board. Hit straight at Allah Kapali. Mashraf to bowl to Tendulkar. He's taken the aerial route there. 4 runs. Really struck that well.
Well, it was in the air, but there's no one there. No risk. Oh dear, that's a poor piece of fielding. He seemed to take his eye off the ball.
Stopped by Sanwar Hussain. 1 more for Tendulkar. Over the top and away for 4. The 50 is up for India.
A bit uppish, but safe enough. 4 runs.
India will be pleased with the start to the innings. He smashed that one right out of the ground. That easily cleared the boundary.
Well, you can't set fields for shots like that. That's brilliant.
And the end of the over. Mashraf is after it, pushed through the covers. Another run to Tendulkar. Hit straight to a fielder. Sehwag waiting at the striker's end. Hit straight at Rafiq. Tapash Baisia to Sehwag. Stopped by Anansaka. Sehwag facing. Stopped in the covers. Tapash Baisia continues. Turned off his hips. Just 1 run, 15 overs are left in the innings. That's in the air, but it's 4 runs.
Well, he just got away with it. Risky shot. I'd recommend keeping the ball on the ground at this stage.
He's gone over the top with that, and it looks like 4 runs. Sehwag was very quickly onto that one.
His cover driving is a joy to watch at times. He must have been sleeping in the field when that ball was hit at him.
Tapash Baisia is chasing that one. 1 run to Sehwag. Mashraf to Tendulkar. That's over the rope. 6 runs off Mashraf.
That was a super shot. I really didn't think it was too bad a ball.
Six.
Exciting stuff. He took a risk, but was well rewarded as the ball disappeared over the fence.
That's cleared the infield.
He really needs to concentrate on line and length right now to keep the runs down.
14 overs are left for India.
That was a costly over. You can't afford to concede that many runs off an over at this stage.
And over and 4 runs. Tapash Baisia is not impressed.
He is particularly strong through the covers.
Tapash Baisia continues. Four wides to India.
That was very wide. The keeper couldn't get anywhere near it.
Sehwag facing. Stopped by Khaled Mahmood. Sehwag waiting at the striker's end. Habibul Basia is after it, steered expertly into the gap. There's just one there. That's through the gap, and it'll go for four. He found the gap with precision.
He dispatched that for four with great confidence.
India move on to 104.
That's not a great delivery. The keeper was at full stretch and still couldn't get to it.
Tapash Baisia with the final ball of his spell. It's rolling towards the fence. It should be 4 runs. India have taken their total on to 108.
He loves the ball in that area. Great shot. 4 runs.
19 runs came from that over for India.
That was an expensive over for Bangladesh.
There'll be runs here. Oh, that's a really superb shot. India move on to 112.
Lovely shot. It raced away to the fence for 4.
Sehwag waiting at the striker's end. India have taken their total on to 113. Mashraf continues. India have taken their total on to 114. It's straight at Tapash Baisia. Sehwag facing. It's straight at Tapash Baisia. That over cost 2 runs.
A good mix of hitting and controlled strokes here today by India.
That's cleared the rope. 6 runs. India move on to 120.
Great strike. It looked like 6 the moment he struck it.
Khaled Mahmood doing the fielding. India have taken their total on to 121. Alok Kapali to bowl to Sehwag. Javed Omar after that one. Sehwag just guides the ball down to third man. India move on to 122. There it goes. That was well held. It was in the air a long time.
Well, he just picked the fielder out perfectly with that shot.
Alok Kapali gets his first wicket. We can have a look at that again. Tendulkar scored 48 runs from 25 balls.
He survived the difficult part and got his eye in only to lose concentration.
That's straight up in the air. Mashraf is in pursuit, but it'll drop safely. The sweeper picks up. India have taken their total on to 124. 10 runs came from that over by Alok Kapali. He's taken the aerial route there. 4 runs. India move on to 128.
A bit uppish, but safe enough. 4 runs.
Tapash Baisia is chasing that one. Turned off his hips. India have taken their total on to 129. He's cleared the infield. 4 runs. India move on to 133.
Well, he just got away with it. Risky shot. I'd recommend keeping the ball on the ground at this stage.
India move on to 137.
He should be looking to bowl a tighter line at this stage.
Khalid Mahmood to Dravid. That's over the infield and racing away for 4. India have taken their total on to 141.
His straight driving is perfect at times.
Pushed into the gap. Fielded in the deep by the fielder. India move on to 143. 10 overs are left in the innings. He's got that one over the infield and away for 4. India have taken their total on to 147.
The bowlers really need to keep it tight at this stage of the match.
Alok Kapali to bowl his leg spin. That'll be 4 more to the total. India move on to 151.
He picked that ball up beautifully. The bowler will have to be careful not to put the ball in that area again.
Khalid Mahmood chasing that one. Khalid Mahmood out at long off. India have taken their total on to 152. Oh, that is an excellent shot by Dravid. India have taken their total on to 156.
Magnificent shot. The on drive is one of the hardest shots to play, and he's one of the great exponents of it.
Javed Omar is after that one. It's beaten the fielder, but it won't go all the way. India move on to 157. 14 runs were picked up from that over by Dravid. Over the top and away for 4. India have taken their total on to 161.
He picked that up nicely, and it's got him 4.
That's cleared the infield. India move on to 165.
He's always looking for that shot. It's a really strong point for him.
Khalid Mahmood to Sehwag. Alok Kapali is in pursuit, swept away. That's cut off by Alok Kapali. India move on to 167. He's gone over the top with that, and it looks like 4 runs. India have taken their total on to 171.
He hit that over the field superbly.
India have taken their total on to 175.
The bowler needs to avoid giving away boundaries, so he must keep it tight.
17 runs came from that over. Up and over and 4 runs. India move on to 179.
He really needs to concentrate on line and length right now to keep the runs down.
Alok Kapali continues. Alok Kapali to bowl his leg spin. He goes over the top. India have taken their total on to 183.
What a good placement. No one at home, over the top for 4.
He smashed that away. India move on to 187.
That was good cricket from the batsman. He placed it, didn't try to hit it too hard.
That's a big hit. It'll go all the way. India move on to 193.
It doesn't really matter if it goes in the air if you hit it that far.
7 overs are left for India.
A good mix of hitting and controlled strokes here today. India.
India have taken their total on to 194. There it goes, right out of the ground. India move on to 200.
Excellent batting. Got himself to the pitch and struck it hard for 6.
1 for 200. That's a superb throw.
That was a terrible call. There was never a run there.
Let's take a look at that in slow motion. Dravid goes for 38.
He looked in good form out there. He'll be disappointed that he didn't get a bigger score.
India have taken their total on to 202.
Run!
India move on to 204. India have taken their total on to 205. That over cost 6 runs.
Bangladesh can't afford to give away that many runs.
Hit straight to a fielder. Ganguly waiting at the striker's end. Alok Kapali continues. India have taken their total on to 209.
The bowlers really need to keep it tight this stage of the match.
India move on to 209. What a cracking delivery from Alok Kapali. It's straight at Tapash Baisia. Alok Kapali with the final ball of his spell. That's over the rope. 6 runs off Alok Kapali. India move on to 215.
Well, he used his feet brilliantly there and lifted it high over the boundary.
5 overs are left in the innings.
An admirable attempt, but he should have held it. His captain doesn't look too pleased.
Sehwag facing. He's cleared the infield. 4 runs. India have taken their total on to 219.
He loves to play the ball through the covers.
Sehwag waiting at the striker's end.
Run!
That's over the infield and racing away for 4. There's his century.
He is particularly strong through the covers.
Khalid Mahmood continues. That's over the rope. 6 runs off Khalid Mahmood. India move on to 229.
The bowler doesn't look too happy about it. There might be a little bit more in the next one.
Oh, what a catch.
He got into great position to take that catch.
Khalid Mahmood gets his first wicket. This was how the innings ended for Sehwag. Sehwag scored 109, runs from 53 balls. India have taken their total on to 233.
He really needs to concentrate on line and length right now to keep the runs down.
And the end of the over.
That was an expensive over for Bangladesh.
That's been given as a wide.
The extras total is really too high. They need to keep a tight rein on what they give to the batting team.
Comfortably held by Ashraf.
For those of you watching at home, that's a good example of how to take a catch.
Sanwar Hussain gets his first wicket. This was the end of the innings for Ganguly. Ganguly is making his way back to the pavilion. Hanan Saka is in pursuit. Cut away.
Run!
Picked up on the boundary by Hanan Saka. That's a good call from Patel. He's got that one over the infield and away for 4. India move on to 239.
He picked that up nicely, and it's got him 4.
Khalid Mashoud is chasing that one. Steered expertly into the gap.
Run! Run!
Khalid Mashoud out there in the deep. India have taken. He looked as if he was home to me. Sanwar Hussain to Blacksman. Blacksman waiting at the striker's end. Stopped by Hanan Saka. 6 runs came from that over for India.
Yes!
India move on to 247.
The bowler needs to avoid giving away boundaries, so he must keep it tight.
They have 6 wickets in hand.
Yes!
India have taken their total on to 249. Safely taken by Rafiq.
Well taken. He never looked like dropping it.
Rafiq gets his first wicket. We can have a look at that again. So then, that's the end of Patel. India move on to 250. An easy catch.
It might have looked easy, but it wasn't.
Rafiq gets his second wicket. This was the end of the innings for Blacksman. Blacksman goes for only 12. 7 runs came from that over.
Run!
India have taken their total on to 251. Cut behind square. India have taken their total on to 252. Alok Kapali out at long off. India move on to 253. Batsman will have to run these. Fielded by the man at long on. India move on to 254. Pushed into the gap.
That's poor cricket. He took his eye off the ball.
India have taken their total on to 255. Ashraf after that one. He didn't quite get hold of that one properly. India move on to 256. 6 runs came from that over by Sanwar Hussain. Khalid Mahmood is after it.
Yes! Run, run, run!
India have taken their total on to 258. India have taken their total on to 259. Sanwar Hussain is after it. India move on to 260. Harbhajan Singh facing. India move on to 261. That brings the innings to a close with a total at 6 for 261.
India have built up a decent lead following that performance. That total will be tough to chase.
Bangladesh are about to start their innings. It's all over. That's the last wicket. So to sum up then, India win by 109 runs.